Well, we have a bit of a small good news for you guys, finally. The Nationality and Borders Act of 2022 is officially in place, and the government and Priti Patel are once again promising us a new crackdown. To be fair, they've been promising us a lot, and I'm sick and tired of it, but they are now giving us some good news about how to deal with those who pilot the small boats coming from France to Dover. You would think that this measure should have been done years ago, but it takes them such a long time to actually get anything done. Now, this is about the new Act of 2022 and regarding these boats. Now, when you look at these boats, the pictures, the guys at the front and the back, both sides, they are the leaders, the pilots, the people smugglers, the ones all been allocated by the smugglers in France to lead the boats and the migrants who are illegally entering the country. Now, these guys are in charge. Now, the issue with that is until now, every time a boat comes in, beginning of it, ages ago, they didn't even know what was happening. So they allowed everybody to come in and they didn't really stop them. So they just went into the country and got lost. And, well, they decided to hide inside the system. Then they decided to use the border force to go and collect them so that they could actually control them and keep them inside the system. But then that creates a new problem for the taxpayer. Now, until now, the leaders of these boats, they were getting up to 14 years prison sentence. Now, a lot of them, of course, they did the appeal, they got away with it. 14 years. Apparently that wasn't enough as a deterrent because they kept coming and coming and coming. Now they're introducing a life sentence. Now, I know in this country, in the justice system, when we say life sentence, what do we mean by life sentence? Is it actually life? Or is it, 20 years? But according to Priti Patel, this is going to be a proper life sentence. We'll see how that goes. But one of the changes in this legislation is going to have is it will increase the maximum penalty for illegally entering the UK or overstaying the visa that you have, rising from 6 months in prison to 4 years. Again, this issue was created because 6 months wasn't enough for the government to start a process of deportations. And even when they did deportations, they were stopped by the European Court of Human Rights anyway. But if they have someone inside the prison for 4 years, it will allow the government more time to actually send them back. Now, of course, we've got the Rwanda scheme. That's also another problem. As you guys know, this government has been completely all over the place with all these issues. But this could technically do a little bit of a job, just a little bit. We have to wait and see how it goes. But Priti Patel is quite confident, as usual. You know how she is. She's come out to say that one of the most crucial milestones in delivering on our promise to the British public to take back control of our borders. This is going to be a big issue, according to Priti. She also said that the government would not be deterred from doing the right thing, and we will not be put off by the inevitable last-minute legal challenges. I mean, you keep saying that, but you keep losing the cases. I don't really care if you're going to say, well, we're not going to be deterred, we're not going to be put off, we're going to continue to fight back. Yeah, but maybe come up with a better solution to not lose the cases. Maybe actually leave the European Court of Human Rights. Maybe stop being a member of that. That might be a good start, Priti. Now, she also says that while there is no single solution to the global migration crisis, these reforms, which come into effect today, play a vital role in overhauling the broken asylum system. Now, I'm supporting that. I get it. The system is completely broken. She knows it's broken. The Prime Minister knows it's broken. Yet, they keep distracting us with everything else. This is one of the biggest issues that's affecting the country. And there's only a few big issues that we're currently facing, from the cost of living crisis, the fuel issue, and now this. Yet, we're too busy still sending more money to Zelensky. And not just that, all the green crap is still going on. We're not really tackling any of the big issues that's going on in the country. And the election is coming up soon. It's going to be in a couple of years, probably less than a couple of years at this point. And then when the election campaign season comes, you know what's going to happen? Yes, all these politicians are going to come back, give us the same promises. Same thing that happened in France with Macron during his presidential elections. During the campaign, He was one of the most right-wing leaders and candidates who said, let's just shut down all immigration and leave the open border policy of Europe. Is anything being done about that, Macron? Nope. Is anything being done about the British problem, Priti Patel? No, not yet. But we will keep pushing and pushing and pushing until something gets done. Otherwise, the establishment are completely complacent about any of these real issues. Now, if you want to support our movement, then subscribe to this channel. Click on a bell next to it to get notified when I release a video. I'm Tousi, and we are the media.